Well, this week is Better Conversations Week, and coupled with Thanksgiving week, the timing really could not be better. We know mixing the holidays and family can be stressful as it is. Then you add in the pandemic travel restrictions and canceled plans, and the emotions can be overwhelming. If you're feeling unnerved before you even sit down to eat, conversations can go downhill very quickly. Body language expert Blanca Cobb has some suggestions on how to have healthy family conversations in person or virtually. So Blanca, how can we prevent stressful conversations from starting in the first place?
You want to forecast. You want to forecast what might be happening. So you already have a sense of your family, you know who's going to be there. So whether it's virtual, you might be joining in for dinner or dessert virtually, or if you're there in person, you know who's more of a little tart, right? Who seems to be sour about certain issues, who has unresolved issues or very strong feelings about certain topics. So if you can forecast and go, okay, I know how Uncle Jim is going to be, and you can start thinking to yourself, what might you say if something comes up? But one really strong area is to have a good mindset before you go in. You don't want to anticipate problems. You just want to go in, you're going to have fun, it's going to be relaxed, you're going to see your family. And that will help, because when you have a negative mindset, if you're thinking that something's going to happen, it's going to change your body language where you can come across more gruff or disinterested in talking to someone.
So say you go into it with that mindset, but Uncle Jim, as you said, starts hard talking anyway about a topic that's controversial. What can you do?
Don't react. And it's so much easier to say than to do, but take a deep breath. When you take a deep breath, you're focusing back on yourself, you're calming down. You don't want to react. Ask questions instead. Why do you feel this way? Help me understand. This, you get more information. A lot of times people either they want to vet and they want to be acknowledged. So if they're just venting their emotions, you could say something like, you know, Uncle Jim, I can see this is, you really feel passionately about that. That could be enough to where the situation just goes away on its own.
So say you're spending time together virtually. It's a Zoom call during dessert, and maybe the phone gets passed to someone who you really don't want to talk to. What can you do?
Oh yeah, you want to be able to push that phone away, but you can't. But what you can do is that you can just be polite, say a couple of words. It's great to see you. It looks like everybody's having fun. Keep it neutral. If you can notice something in the background to talk about, that would be awesome. Keep it quick and short and say, hey, I'd love to talk to Mom again, or I want to really talk to Aunt Jenny. Can you pass the phone to her real quick before I got to run?
Or Blanca, I really love that painting. Where did you get it? Some great ideas there. You know, I find though that with Zoom, it's so hard to read somebody's body language on Zoom. So people are talking over each other. Is that why you should really designate like a moderator for a virtual conversation of this sort?
That's an interesting observation. I guess you really could. A lot of times you would like to think that someone would just be quiet so somebody else could talk, but you can. But what you can do, even on video, you can do like this. Even though, as though you were in person, things that you would do. If you put your finger up, sometimes that cues somebody because they can see and they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. What is it that you want to say, Megan?
That's a great idea, Blanca. All right, you can continue this conversation with her on her Facebook page, Blanca Cobb, body language expert, right on her timeline, and she'll get back to you.